god without a mount is not just missing transportation, they are missing the vessel powerful enough to carry what they represent. Odin needed a horse that could cross death. Vishnu needed a bird that could devour serpents. Shiva needed a bull strong enough to kneel. Some carried gods, others carried sages, bodhisattvas, prophets, and immortals, but all served the same impossible purpose. And as we move from the cosmic beasts of the sky to the smallest mount of all, you'll realize the hardest battle is not with a monster. It's with the rider. 12 beasts across world mythology. One thesis, the mount is always a mirror. Sleipnir, the eight-legged anomaly. The poetic Edda, the Grím Nismal, names him simply the best of all horses. That understatement is a trap. Sleipnir is the offspring of Loki, who shapeshifted into a mare to lure the stallion Svathilfari. What emerged had 8 legs and no obvious category in any of the 9 realms, because no realm had been built to contain him. Some scholars read those 8 legs as a funeral bier, 4 pallbearers, 8 hands, weight carried between worlds. The image carries the same gravity either way. This horse does not run to death, he runs through it. In Norse Seithir, shamanic spirit travel, the practitioner needed a vessel calibrated to the threshold between the living and the dead. Sleipnir was that threshold, and Odin, the supreme psychopomp, conductor of souls across realms, needed exactly that. Not a warhorse, a boundary crossing made flesh. The first superpower was not strength, it was the ability to cross a boundary no one else could survive. Garuda, the vessel of preservation. When Garuda was born, the heavens flinched. In the Mahabharata tradition, Garuda's birth is described with terrifying fire-like radiance, so overwhelming that the gods respond as if cosmic flame itself had entered the world. Garuda's mythology is built around devouring and overpowering serpents, which fits his most famous role, the consumer of nagas. In many symbolic readings, the serpents become coils of bondage, fear, and the forces that keep beings trapped below. Garuda does not merely fight that bondage, he eats it. And Vishnu, the preserver, whose function is sustaining reality across cosmic cycles, chose this as his Vahana. Vishnu preserves. He rides the creature whose purpose is to devour what destroys. His Vahana is his mission statement, given wings. Garuda's iconography became statecraft, the national emblem of Indonesia, Thailand, and Cambodia. Garuda is not Vishnu's pet, he is preservation with wings. Pegasus, chaos recruited. Everyone knows Bellerophon rode Pegasus to slay the Chimera. Almost no one knows what Pegasus became after Bellerophon fell. Hesiod's Theogony records the origin. From Medusa's severed neck, Pegasus erupted into existence, white, impossible, born from chaos and petrification. His name connects to Pege, wellspring, the hoofstrike that split rock at Helicon and called forth the Muses' sacred spring. Bellerophon's hubris collapsed him earthward. Pegasus continued, alone, to Olympus. In Hesiod's telling, Pegasus carries thunder and lightning for Zeus. The most feared instrument of divine justice in Western mythology is ferried by a creature born from chaos. Chaos, correctly carried, becomes the delivery mechanism for divine order. Pegasus proves that mythology does not destroy chaos, it recruits it. Airavata, the storm sovereign. In one major tradition, from the Samudra Manthana, the cosmic churning that generated the universe's most precious things, emerged Airavata. His name, Airavata, produced from water. He carries Indra, lord of rain and thunder. Indra commands rainfall, the mechanism behind every harvest, every civilization sustained by grain. His vessel is an elephant whose trumpet is thunder, whose gray-white mass is the monsoon sky, whose footfall compresses earth the way a deluge saturates it. In later iconography, Airavata may appear with multiple heads and tusks, expanding from a royal elephant into a cosmic storm entity. He is not transporting Indra through the storm. He is the storm, wearing a shape that Indra can ride. Indra does not ride an elephant through the storm. He He rides the storm in the shape of an elephant. Nandi, the gatekeeper's choice. In countless Shiva temples, Nandi sits at the gate, facing inward, not guarding the threshold, watching, perpetually, without interruption. The Shiva Purana names him Nandikeshvara, Lord of Joy, Master of Dharma, Chief of Shiva's attendants. The bull was the Vedic world's supreme symbol of raw productive force. And Shiva, the god of annihilation and transcendence, does not walk past it. He climbs on it. Like a strict parent who says nothing, simply removes your phone from your hand and leaves the room. You understood. You will not test it again. Shiva, riding the full force of physical power, is that silence, held for eternity. Nandi is terrifying because he proves the strongest force in the room has chosen discipline. The next entry is not about a god commanding force. It is about a sage who looked at civilization, decided it was finished, and withdrew on a beast that concurred. The azure ox does not obey, it agrees. Lao Tzu's azure ox, the vessel of withdrawal. A necessary distinction. The azure bull demon in Journey to the West, who steals Taishang Laojuin's Vajra ring to seize the weapons of heaven, is an entirely separate figure from Lao Tzu's ox, often blurred, never the same. Surma Qian's Shurji preserves the account of Lao Tzu's departure. Later, Chinese visual tradition gives that disappearance its image, the sage riding westward on an ox. At the Hangu Pass, the border guard Yin Si begged him to leave something behind. Lao Tzu wrote the Tao De Jing, 81 verses, handed it over, and dissolved into history. On an ox. The ox embodies Wu Wei, effortless alignment with the natural order. That Lao Tzu rides rather than walks is the sermon. The greatest sage does not conquer nature. He synchronizes with it. The ox does not obey. It concurs. Lao Tzu's ox is the only mount here whose greatest power is leaving. Manju Shri's lion, wisdom atop fear. Manju Shri is the bodhisattva of transcendent wisdom. His flaming sword severs the root of delusion from the mind. His wisdom is inseparable from the Prajna Paramita tradition, the perfection of wisdom, foundational to Mahayana Buddhist thought. In East Asian Buddhist iconography, his sacred mount is a lion. Across many cultures, the lion represents primal ferocity, the quality most antithetical to meditative stillness. That is precisely why Manju Shri rides it. Wisdom does not remove what is terrifying, it mounts it. It finds the still point atop what roars, and speaks from there. In Buddhist language, this is the lion's roar, truth spoken without flinching. Wisdom is not the absence of fear, it is the ability to ride it. Samantabhadra's elephant, the vow-made body. The Avatamsaka Sutra establishes Samantabhadra as the bodhisattva of enlightened action, not contemplation, action. His 10 great vows span all possible universes across infinite time without renegotiation. In many Buddhist interpretations, the 6 tusks are read as the 6 perfections: generosity, discipline, patience, diligence, meditation, wisdom, rendered in bone. The elephant moves with the gravity of memory. Slow, intelligent, difficult to panic, built to carry weight without spectacle. Samantabhadra does not race toward enlightenment. He carries it forward, methodically, tusk by tusk, vow by vow, through time that dwarfs human measurement. Enlightenment does not sprint. It keeps its vows. Guan Yin's mount, compassion as force. Guan Yin Pusa, or simply Guan Yin, she who hears the cries of the world, carries no weapon. The Pumen chapter of the Lotus Sutra gives her only one instrument: karuna, compassionate response to suffering. In some Chinese Buddhist iconographic traditions, Guan Yin appears on a lion mount. In her oceanic forms, dragon and naga imagery gather around her, symbols of chaotic water subdued by compassion. The ferocity beneath her has not been eliminated, it has been given direction. Compassion is not the absence of ferocity, It is ferocity's civilizing force. Ferocity, correctly carried, becomes the foundation for mercy. Compassion is not weakness. It is ferocity that has been taught where to go. What follows exists in a different register entirely, not the mount of a god, but a sacred vessel that carried one of the most important journeys in all of human spiritual history. Approach accordingly. Burāq, the sacred bridge. This is not a god's mount. Burāq is the sacred prophetic mount, the vessel of one of the most sacred journeys in Islamic tradition. The night journey, Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj, is a sacred event rooted in Quranic revelation and elaborated in major hadith collections, including Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, two of the most authoritative hadith collections in Sunni Islamic scholarship. Burāq is described as white, larger than a donkey, smaller than a mule. Each stride reaches the furthest point the eye can see. The name roots in bark, lightning. In a single night, Burāq carried the Prophet Muhammad from Mecca to Jerusalem, then from Jerusalem through the seven heavens. Burāq is not transportation. Burāq is divine permission made motion, the instrument through which the finite traversed the infinite, not through the traveler's own capacity, through an invitation answered by a bridge that appeared at the exact moment it was needed. Burāq is not speed. Burāq is permission. En-Bar, where the world has no floor. The Aga Lav na Shanohruk names her, En-Bar of the flowing mane, otherworld steed of Manannán Mac Lir, god of the sea, later provided to the hero Lu, often associated with light, skill, and sovereignty. Her Old Irish name carries the primary meaning of water frothing. For this video, the deeper idea is imaginative crossing, the act of moving through what the mind cannot fully map. En-Bar runs across the ocean's surface without breaching it. She belongs to the heroic world of those allowed to cross impossible waters, not outscaling her rider, but answering the permission that called her into service. En-Bar's hooves on the wave face mark the threshold between the world of time and the world where time does not apply. She runs where nothing solid exists. En-Bar runs where the world has no floor. And after all the beasts that cross oceans, heavens, storms, and death, the final mount brings the whole pattern inward. Mushaka, the mirror within. Here is the entry that makes every beast before it retroactively deeper. The Ganesha Purana gives us Mushaka, from Sanskrit mus, meaning to steal, to gnaw, to rob without ceasing. In the symbolic grammar of Indian tradition, the mouse is often read as Kahma at its most relentless, insatiable desire, restless, acquisitive, perpetual, the perfect embodiment of the unmastered human mind, which cannot rest, cannot be satisfied, and quietly destroys every piece it encounters. And Ganesha, the god who removes obstacles by understanding their root, does not walk. He rides it. He climbs atop the desire mind, settles his full weight upon it, and steers. A whole spiritual curriculum. Centuries of doctrine, thousands of pages of instruction, compressed into a single image that fits on a temple wall the size of your hand. The awakened mind does not erase desire. It makes desire a vehicle. Mushaka is not the punchline. Mushaka is the entire argument. The smallest mount wins because desire is the beast every human already owns. Across 5,000 years, divine mounts answered one question: how does something infinite move through a finite world? Whether it was a storm elephant, a world-crossing horse, a sacred bridge, or a mouse carrying desire itself, each beast revealed the force its rider had mastered. Please like and subscribe, because the next compendium goes even deeper into the weapons, beasts, and forgotten powers that shaped mythology.